So recently, after a failed attempt at getting an old PC to work, I decided to take a trip to one of my 3 local targets. And within, I decided to pick up the new Brawn I thought I didn't need because the Titan's Return figure was great in its own right. Like what I didn't do with Ratchet, however, that was an impulse buy with a fantastic 86 Ultra Magnus, but he's a story for another day. So these guys are the latest addition to the Studio 86 subline, which seek to create screen-accurate figures of the characters from the beloved, by the fans at least, film, even if they were only in 2 frames in the background or both. My personal feelings for the subline could also be a story for another day, but in the meantime, let's talk about these 2 in depth. Starting with the bot battle.
Bulkhead! I needed that!
Anything I'm going to say about Ratchet was already said with Ironhide. So if you want my full opinion on this mold, check out this video after this one's completion. However, aside from a stunning white paint job and a new head, Ratchet comes with these siren pieces, which makes the tooling on Ironhide make more sense from the designer's point of view. However, it also makes it a pain in the butt when converting back to bot. Besides that, this is a serviceable figure that unfortunately gave Siege Ratchet a permanent stay in the house of retired figures. Okay, now for the real star of the video. As stated in the opening, I was originally not going to pick this guy up as I thought it was perfectly fine with the Titan's Return Brawn. However, knowing I was a part of this fanbase, something inside me knew I was going to get it anyway, and after purchasing him, I unfortunately have to say, Titan's Return Brawn, you're going to the house! This figure is another absolute win for Transformers fans because it's everything you could have wanted from a more distinct design from the show. However, not everything can be sunshine and rainbows. Not in color palette because it's on point, not even the TR figure got it right. No, the problem is the placement of certain ones, mostly on the thighs. Comparing the figure to the animation model, I can see what the design team wanted to do on a budget like this. However, the way it's sculpted makes it look like he's wearing a onesie that doesn't exactly fit him. Doubly so when I look on his sides. Now sure, if these parts were bigger than what they are, the transformation would be 6 paints and 2/3. But if that was a cause for concern, then why not just paint this part yellow or this part olive? My point is, there was a better way to color match this because it's attacking my OCD in a way where it's more inconvenient than anything serious, because when the rest of the figure exudes this much quality, you avoid all criticism when it comes to your mismatched armpits. Aside from the waist and legs, everything else is spot on, especially that amazing head that screams Megatron! Decepticon! Oh god, I'm a jerk. Woo! The paint job is also phenomenal, and while the wrist can't rotate, the posability is nothing less than the standards of post-Prime Wars greatness. The same can be said about the conversion. Stunning in its own rights while also taking notes from Titan's Return Cup. You know.
A good figure.
Vehicle mode, while having exposed hinges on the side, looks the part in a way the TR figure didn't, because it was a different car with admittedly better weapon storage. On this figure, you plug the gun on the top, which doesn't look as cool, but when you can roll this good, you can avoid all criticism when it comes to your street-legal car decoration. You would call foul because of the back window being unpainted, until you and I realized this could be one of those retractable windshields if the transformation allowed for it, which it doesn't, thankfully. Also, the top wheel comes off, for some reason. Not to replace any of the normal wheels because, well, it just doesn't, but I guess you could use it for something. Overall, I can't recommend this figure enough as it's a crowning sculpture of the character it's trying and succeeding to be. Admittedly, the Titan's Return has the better shape, especially in the waist. However, I'm pretty sure he's hard to come by nowadays. Plus, I'm also aware Transformers fans are just going to tell you to get the SS86 anyway, and I'm part of that group not only as a G1 enthusiast, but as someone who likes cool robots. So if you find him or Ratchet in the wild, pick them up before they're blasted out of existence. Why?